So far, we've added audio samples and altered their sound with the use of effects and mixing. In this lesson, we're going to use MIDI to trigger a virtual instrument. MIDI stands for Musical Instrument Digital Interface. MIDI is a musical trigger or command we send to musical devices. Using a USB MIDI keyboard, we can trigger a virtual instrument in Tracktion Waveform free. Firstly, make sure your USB MIDI keyboard is plugged in and set up for your session. Click on an empty track and then click on the icon. From the drop-down option, find your USB MIDI keyboard and select it. Then enable recording by clicking on the icon labeled. If you don't have a USB MIDI keyboard, you can write notes in manually by right-clicking on an empty space and selecting Insert New MIDI Clip. Now we need to add a virtual instrument. Simply locate the icon in the top right-hand corner and drag and drop the icon onto the right-hand side of the track. In this example, we will use 4OSC. There are lots of parameters to 4OSC, but for now we will try different sounds using the presets. Click on the area labeled with a star and select a preset. You can minimize 4OSC by clicking the X in the top left-hand corner. Now play your USB MIDI keyboard. You should find that it triggers a sound from your virtual instrument. If you want to record MIDI notes, simply press the record button and play the notes on your USB MIDI keyboard. Once we have a recording, we can move and edit the MIDI track in the same way we previously edited our audio tracks. If you need to edit the notes we recorded, simply double-click on your newly recorded MIDI track. Here, you can edit each recorded note and move them manually by selecting them. To zoom into your recorded MIDI notes, click and drag the mouse over the up and down buttons on the keyboard display.